Life often feels like a storm without end. Decisions crash into you from every side. Voices compete for your attention, and the pull of anxiety can make even small challenges feel overwhelming. Yet amidst this chaos, there is a hidden truth. The real battle is always within. Your mind is the arena where strength, resilience, and freedom are forged. If you master it, nothing outside can break you. This is the heart of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that empowered emperors, philosophers, and warriors to remain unshaken, even in the face of fate's fiercest trials. Stoicism is not a promise of ease. It is not a path to fleeting motivation or empty comfort. What it offers is something far more enduring, the ability to act with clarity, courage, and wisdom, no matter the storm around you. Picture a Roman senator navigating the chaos of the forum. Voices clash, ambitions collide, rumors spread, but he walks with steady purpose, unhurried, unfazed. His calm is not arrogance, it is mastery. Every decision, every reaction, every word is measured. This is what the Stoics called living in accordance with reason, guided by virtue rather than impulse. And this is a skill you can cultivate today, in your life, in your choices, in your actions. In this video, we will explore 6 transformative Stoic principles, practical lessons that build mental fortitude, moral clarity, and inner freedom. You will learn how to construct a fortress of the mind, transform insults into insight, foresee life's inevitable challenges, respond calmly when tension rises, exercise mastery through restraint, and walk a path of unwavering integrity. These are not theoretical ideas. They are tools you can apply immediately to work, relationships, and personal growth. Habits that turn chaos into clarity and weakness into power. Before we dive in, take a moment. Commit to more than passive viewing. Subscribe, like, and share this video. Drop a comment whenever a lesson resonates, whenever it challenges you. Every action you take now is a choice to strengthen yourself, to reclaim control over your mind, and to live according to purpose rather than impulse. The Stoics wrote not for applause or fleeting admiration. They wrote for those willing to endure, to act with integrity, and to cultivate a mind that remains unshakable in every storm. Today, that call is for you. Are you ready to answer it? To step into the arena of your own mind and emerge stronger, calmer, and more resilient? Then let us begin. Principle number 1, the fortress of the mind. Your mind is the most important citadel you will ever build. The storms of life, stress, criticism, unexpected challenges rage endlessly outside. Yet the battle that defines your peace and strength is not external. It's inside your own head. Every negative thought, every distraction, every impulse that goes unchecked weakens your mental fortress. Stoicism teaches that mastery of your inner world is the only path to true resilience. Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. External events are neutral. Your interpretation is everything. Strength comes from controlling your response, not controlling the world. Consider the story of Aurelia, the potter. She lived in a small village and worked long hours shaping clay into beautiful pottery. One year, floods destroyed much of the harvest and threatened her livelihood. Her neighbors panicked, complaining and blaming fate. But Aurelia did something different. She couldn't control the floods, the weather, or the village economy, but she could control her skills, her daily effort, and her focus. She spent each day perfecting her craft, creating durable pots that could be sold far beyond the village. While others despaired, Aurelia's calm and deliberate action allowed her to survive, grow, and eventually thrive. Aurelia's story mirrors the Stoic lesson. The external world may be chaotic, but the mind can remain unshaken. When you focus on what's within your control, your decisions, your discipline, your virtues, you strengthen the walls of your inner fortress. Every time you give power to fear, anger, or envy, you allow cracks to form in those walls. Practical Stoic actions. Identify controllable versus uncontrollable. Daily distinguish what is in your power. Worrying about events outside your control is wasted energy. Directing effort toward what you can influence builds strength. Protect your mental space. Limit the intake of harmful influences, gossip, fear-mongering news, or toxic people. Treat your mind like a sacred hall. Not everyone is allowed entry. Practice daily reflection. Take a few minutes each day to examine your thoughts and actions. Ask, did I respond with virtue or with impulse? This simple habit fortifies your judgment and steadiness. Your mind is a fortress. Its strength determines whether life's chaos destroys you or passes around you harmlessly. By focusing on what is truly yours, your judgments, choices, and inner character, you cultivate resilience, clarity, and peace. The Stoics understood this centuries ago. A fortified mind is a life unshaken, no matter the storms outside. Principle number 2, turning insults into insight. In the corporate world, criticism is constant. Meetings, emails, and performance reviews, sometimes the barbs come subtly, sometimes sharply. The natural reaction is defensiveness, resentment, or anxiety. But Stoicism offers a different path. Transform every insult into insight. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." The insult itself is neutral. It only hurts if you assign it meaning. Your power lies in your response. Consider Emma, a junior analyst at a busy finance firm in the heart of the city. During her first major presentation, a senior colleague publicly criticized her approach, saying it was naive and unrealistic. Many would have felt embarrassed, angry, or doubted their own abilities. Emma paused, took a breath, and asked herself, does this criticism touch my integrity, my effort, or my ability to improve? Instead of lashing out or retreating, she reflected. She analyzed her presentation objectively, identified areas for improvement, and sought constructive feedback from other mentors. Over time, her skill and confidence grew. The same colleagues who had mocked her first attempt later praised her precision and insight, unable to ignore her mastery. Here's the Stoic lesson. Insults do not define your character. Your reaction does. Every criticism is a mirror showing where you can improve, a spark to refine patience, focus, and resilience. Practical Stoic actions. Pause and observe. When criticized, breathe. Ask, does this affect my virtue or values? If not, it's irrelevant. Analyze objectively. Separate ego from action. Find the actionable insight without personalizing the attack. Convert to growth. Use criticism to improve processes, skills, and judgment. Let every comment, negative or harsh, become a tool for development. Understand the source. Recognize that many critiques reflect the other person's perspective, biases, or insecurities, not a judgment of your worth. In the fast-paced, high-pressure city corporate world, your mind is your greatest asset. Stoicism teaches that external words cannot harm your core unless you allow them. Transform insults into insight, criticism into clarity, and attacks into opportunities to grow stronger, wiser, and more composed. Principle number 3, foreseeing the storms. Life doesn't wait for you to be ready. Problems appear suddenly, deadlines collapse, systems fail, relationships fray. The world isn't trying to punish you, it's simply indifferent. The Stoics teach us to prepare our minds for this reality. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." A senior architect at a top city firm, she was about to present her team's ambitious design to a critical client. Instead of hoping everything would go smoothly, she anticipated every possible challenge: power outages, last-minute design critiques, tech failures, skeptical questions. She visualized herself staying composed, responding clearly, and adjusting on the spot. When the presentation day arrived, the projector failed, and 2 clients questioned her proposal aggressively. Most would panic, but Nina remained calm. She calmly outlined the design on a whiteboard, addressed concerns with logic, and guided the discussion back to solutions. By foreseeing the storms, she had already trained her mind to act rather than react, transforming potential disaster into a demonstration of mastery and poise. Stoicism calls this practice premeditatio malorum, seeing the difficulties before they arrive so you are not enslaved by fear or surprise. The goal isn't to dwell on doom, but to strengthen your response. Every imagined problem becomes an exercise in virtue, courage, patience, and reason. Practical Stoic actions. Anticipate challenges. Identify situations where things could go wrong and consider your ideal response. Focus on what you can control. You cannot control the storm, but you can control your preparation, your focus, and your conduct. Mentally rehearse. Picture yourself facing the worst-case scenario calmly and competently. Turn obstacles into training. Treat each potential problem as a chance to exercise virtue, resilience, composure, and foresight. By practicing this daily, life's surprises become manageable. Chaos no longer intimidates you because you have already rehearsed your response. A prepared mind, like a well-built ship, navigates any storm with steadiness and skill. Principle number 4, the power of calm response. The loudest voices rarely belong to the strongest minds. True strength is calm. Anger is nothing more than weakness in disguise, while composure is the mark of mastery. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, wrote in his Meditations, "If someone can prove me wrong and show me my mistake, I will gladly change, for I seek the truth, which never harmed anyone." Think about that for a moment. Marcus Aurelius was not just a thinker scribbling notes in solitude. He was the ruler of the most powerful empire on earth, surrounded daily by betrayal, scheming politicians, angry generals, and the constant noise of the Roman court. He had every reason to lash out, every opportunity to silence his critics with force. Yet his writings reveal a man who saw calmness as true strength and truth as greater than pride. This is Stoic strength, not merely the ability to remain unshaken by insults, but the willingness to welcome correction without ego, to remain calm even when the world rages. Take Cato the Younger, one of Rome's most famous Stoics. He was mocked for his plain clothing, ridiculed for walking barefoot, and constantly attacked in the Senate by political rivals. But Cato never gave them the reaction they craved. He responded with silence or with reasoned calm, forcing his enemies to reveal themselves as loud but shallow. Cato's restraint became his shield. By mastering his tongue, he mastered every battle of words. Why calmness is power. The angry man becomes predictable. The calm man is unreadable. The angry man loses control. The calm man directs the outcome. The angry man burns bridges. The calm man builds influence. The Stoics knew that silence and composure were weapons sharper than any sword. To remain calm when insulted is to rise above the game entirely. It is to say, "You cannot touch my mind. My fortress is within practical Stoic actions." Pause before reacting. Count your breath. Remember your power lies in response, not impulse. Distinguish insult from harm. Words cannot touch your virtue unless you let them. Embrace correction. If someone shows you truth, take it with gratitude, not pride. In a world addicted to noise and outrage, composure is rebellion. The calm mind is unbreakable. Principle number 5, mastery through restraint. Every desire, every impulse, every craving is a test, and each time you resist, you grow stronger. Seneca once declared, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Think about that for a moment. Most people define freedom as doing whatever they want, eating when they feel like it, indulging in pleasure, saying whatever comes to mind. But to the Stoics, that isn't freedom at all. That is slavery. Because if you cannot say no to your impulses, then you are chained. Chained by desire, chained by comfort, chained by weakness. True freedom is not the ability to chase every craving. True freedom is the ability to resist them, to rule your own appetites instead of being ruled by them. Epictetus was born a slave. His master once twisted his leg until it broke. Epictetus didn't scream or beg. He said calmly, "If you continue, you will break it." When the bone snapped, he only said, "I told you so." His body was chained, but his mind was unshaken. That kind of restraint, the refusal to let pain or cruelty control him, was the foundation of his philosophy. From slavery, he rose to become one of history's greatest teachers of freedom. The Stoic lesson. Restraint is not deprivation, it's power. Every time you resist an impulse, you sharpen your will. Each no to weakness is a yes to freedom. The man who cannot control his appetites is not free. He is chained. The man who restrains himself commands his own life. Practical Stoic actions delay gratification daily. When you crave something, food, comfort, distraction, wait. Even 5 minutes of pause builds mastery. Train voluntary hardship. Skip a meal, take a cold shower, walk instead of drive. Teach your mind to be content with less. Examine desires. Before you act, ask, will this serve my long-term purpose, or is it just a craving? Remember Seneca's warning. Pleasure often leads to captivity. Restraint leads to freedom. Principle number 6, walking the path of integrity. Integrity is the backbone of Stoicism. It is the unseen strength that holds your character upright when temptations and trials attempt to bend you. Most people believe freedom means doing whatever you want. The Stoics flip this idea. Real freedom means ruling yourself. It means that no external bribe, no hidden temptation, no moment of weakness can corrupt your actions. Epictetus put it bluntly, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This is the Stoic blueprint for life. Define your values, then embody them. Even when nobody is watching, even when there is no applause, even when there is profit in betrayal. In ancient Athens, a merchant was entrusted to deliver grain during a famine. Ships had been delayed by storms, and his vessel was one of the first to reach the starving city. When he saw the desperate faces at the port, he realized he had two options: hide the fact that more ships were coming behind him and sell his grain at an outrageous price. Be honest, warn the citizens that more supply was arriving, and sell at a fair value. He knew the city would never discover his deception. He could have been richer than he ever dreamed, but he chose integrity. He told the truth. The people remembered his fairness far longer than they would have remembered his wealth. The Stoics would say this man was truly rich, not in coins but in character. His wealth could never be stolen because it lived inside him. Why integrity matters in Stoicism? Integrity is invisible. You can't post it online, you can't boast about it, and often nobody will ever thank you for it. And yet it is the very thing that makes you unbreakable. Because here's the truth. Money can vanish, status can fall, praise can turn to criticism, but integrity, that's untouchable. It follows you to your last breath. Practical Stoic action. Define your principles. Write down the virtues that matter most: justice, courage, honesty, discipline. Test your choices against them. Before acting, ask, does this honor my principles or betray them? Do the right thing in silence. No audience, no applause. Just you, your values, and the moment. The world cannot control you. Only your mind can. Life will test your patience, your judgment, and your integrity. The ancient Stoics, from Epictetus to Marcus Aurelius, taught that mastery begins within. It is not the chaos outside that defines you, but the calm, reasoned choices you make inside. Every principle we've explored, restraint, foresight, calm response, and walking with integrity, is a tool to fortify your mind, sharpen your judgment, and live in harmony with virtue. Stoicism is not about escaping life's difficulties. It's about meeting them with wisdom and inner strength. This is your channel, your guide to applying Stoic wisdom daily. Like, share, and subscribe. Engage in the comments. Reflect on which lesson will shape your actions. Remember, the Stoic path is a lifelong practice. Every thoughtful decision, every moment of self-discipline, every act of integrity strengthens your inner citadel. Life cannot shake a mind grounded in virtue. Begin within. Master yourself and the world becomes secondary.